Hey, hey! So I just made a video, which may or may not be posted before or after this one. The softbox lights are really deadly. They're so hot. So I look possibly like I'm gonna melt. And will wipe my sweat mustache off a few times. So, okay. Fuck yeah! Okay, I just was talking about Tourette's syndrome in my last video, so I'm a little bit triggered to tick. I don't know why that is, whatever. Fuck yeah! So, fuck. I kind of glazed over it a few months ago about a relapse I had with my eating disorder. That I was in the hospital for a while, and I said, okay, I've been in the hospital. I don't remember exactly what I said, something about I was in the hospital with my eating disorder, whatever, and I got out of the hospital afterwards, and it was really glazed off, and I didn't go into detail. I wasn't really ready. Hi, the creaking floor. God damn it. I'm really getting into it. Okay. God, the thoughts! The creaking floor. It's really good. I didn't go into much. I wasn't ready. Hi! Hi. I wasn't ready. It's a big deal. The whole thing is really hard. It's embarrassing, and I'm not very proud to come forward, especially after I'd been through a whole recovery period and just kind of like, crap, like again, for real, Melissa, for real again. And I was actually, hi! A bit after my relapse, I was admitted to the ER, not to the ER, waiting for some department or whatever, and one of the nurses that I actually know relatively well, because I'm from other, relatively well, how well can you know your nurse, but like from other states, and hi, he had this theory, because he knew about my YouTube, hi garbage, and his theory was that I was in the hospital relapsing, hi, so that I could make a video. Hi! And it was insulting. I don't think he meant to. I think he's a good guy. He didn't mean to be insulting. It was a theory. I mean, I could have just, I don't know why someone would do that exactly, but it was insulting to me because, fuck yeah, I've been going through a really hard time, and to have it demean to the point where you think it's not actually happening, you're just doing it for a freaking video that's, like, one video, why? I mean, YouTube revenue nowadays pays, like, nothing. Like, thanks for ruining YouTube, whoever ruined revenue the other day, but like it pays nothing, so why am I gonna make a video, one video about something that happened and get that video by pretending to relapse? Like, who does that? And it was demeaning because I'm going through this crap and I'm being told that I really shouldn't be there, I should just go home and deal and forget about video making, and it was like, what? And anyway, so and even the fact is that I was dealing with my eating disorder for years before I mentioned it on YouTube, and the very fact that I mentioned it at all was because I was tagged in a confession video, and I decided my confession was going to be that fuck, shit, cocksucker, that I have an eating disorder, and everyone was like, that's not really a confession, like who cares? And not who cares, but I mean it's not that big a deal, why is it a confession? But to me it was, because it was a big deal, I was embarrassed, and it took me a while before I made another eating disorder video, but it's not something you pretend to have a mental imbalance about food so you can make a effing video. Like, it just... Anyways, okay, so what happened was, I don't even know what, my tics were really bad, I had to quit working my last job, not exactly just because the tics were bad, but also my relapse. I was in the hospital for a while, I couldn't go to work. I was not being released. Hi! So, fuck yeah. So I had to step out and say I can't because I was in the hospital. And really, anyway, so, sweat mustache. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't want to eat. I often in the past had, bulimia, not just sort of I did, and lately it's been more anorexic, sometimes I just wasn't eating. I went a while, and then they were like, if you don't eat, I was like getting into fights with the doctor, not exactly fights, but like she wasn't letting it go and I wasn't letting it go because she wanted me to eat and I didn't want to, and I was like, eat, no, eat, no, eat, no. Eat, or we're gonna shove something down your face and pour the food down your face hole. And I was like, shit. And then I ate for a few days and I regretted it deeply. I relapsed into my self-harm because I felt bad about eating, and then I stopped eating again. I was like, you're not gonna make me eat? Because I refused to, and I refused to feel guilty about eating, and you're not gonna scare me into eating. And I was getting really, obviously it wasn't about defiance, it was like, I felt so bad about when they did push me to eat, that I was like, this isn't gonna happen again, I'm just not gonna eat and you're not gonna make me, because it's bad. And eating was bad. Obviously it's not, like that's ridiculous, that's the opposite of the truth. But in my, in my mind it was really not an option. It was not an okay thing to do. It was a terrifying, absolutely terrifying thing to do. So I didn't, for, I don't know exactly how long it was. I know I didn't eat anything, not even a cracker, for like, I'm not gonna, wait. I don't want to be triggering. Okay, so forever I wasn't eating. My glucose dropped a lot. God, this heat. My glucose dropped a lot. I got down to 2.1, which, if anyone knows what glucose levels are meant to be, 2.1 is kind of not that far from coma. I was in the hospital and you know, try and repress your memories of what I'm about to say, but I passed out and woke up urinating, which is really attractive. I mean, that's the really one thing, you know, you get this eating disorder, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not going to eat and nothing's going to happen ever, but then you find out that it's so bad that you're about to go into a coma, you pass out and piss yourself and wake up and you still won't drink the effing orange juice to save your life. Like, literally, the orange juice is going to save your life, but you will not drink it even after you passed out. And when your glucose is 2.1, it's not reasonable, it doesn't make sense. I survived. I was, unfortunately, I had no choice. I was pinned down and injected with some, like, sugar water or something, and so I lived. And I was declared incompetent, actually, so that's a great story. They needed to declare me incompetent so that they could forcefully inject me with stuff. Well, not, fuck yeah, not in general incompetent. I wasn't, like, incompetent at life. I was just in the specific area of eating, my glucose, my levels. When it came to decisions about my eating and my glucose levels, I was declared incompetent so that they could force fluids into me, which was not my shining moment, and really not my shining moment. I survived, and I started eating again. I have friends that care a lot, and I think that, no, I know, they're the reason why I made it through, and they're the reason why I survived, so thank you, and I hope that when I say that, you know who you are. So, anyways, I've been eating. Strangely, I didn't think that I was gonna be able to, but I have been. My potassium was unfortunately not caught at the time that it was too low, so I've been carrying around low potassium and the symptoms have just been getting worse. I had been very confused. Like, the low potassium, you can have a freaking heart attack, but I was very confused. Like, I forgot how to shower. Like, I was looking at the faucets and I was like, what do you do with this? It was in my own house. Like, how do you not know how to shower in your own house? And I was confused, and I was like, it took me a while. I was really confused. It was the potassium. I was like, also trouble breathing and weakness, and just taking a shower at all is like a big deal because you just stand there under the water and it feels like afterwards you ran a freaking marathon, and I lie in bed going, I survived the shower. Like, it was ridiculous. That's what not eating does to you. That's, you know, like, the low potassium, the 2.1 glucose, the passing out and pissing yourself, like, that's what it does. You know, you think, I wish I had I hope not many people think that, but, like, I wish I had the determination to not eat and be anorexic, and I'm like, do you know what you're getting into? Do you have the faintest clue? Like, it's not about losing weight, it isn't even like you're fixated on it, and it's never actually about losing weight, because there's never a level of weight that is okay. You're never happy, and the focus is on that, but it's all about this incredibly loud voice in your head. And I'm not saying, like, whenever I say that, I'm like, people are like, are you hearing voices? No, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sakes! Sorry. For fuck's sakes! I think I'm spitting and swearing at the same time. Fuck! What was I even saying? It was about... That was very distracting. God! That wasn't a tick. I was just like, I'm very... Good! What was I saying? It was... That's the worst, okay? You know, I often keep up with what I'm saying, even despite the tics, but when it gets really, you know, exuberant, then it was about the voice. When I mean a voice in my head, I mean like another thought, another source of thought. Oh God, the sweat. It's very attractive, and anyone who thinks I look great, I mean, here, watch this. Sweat. Sweat. I think I ruined it for you, thanks. So, the voice in my head. It's the eating disorder voice and my voice, and the eating disorder voice is always so loud that you can't actually listen to your own voice, because it's like it's draining it out. I'm thinking, I wish I could just drink a sip of water. Like, I don't drink for days, and then I'm like, just one sip, you can do it. Your throat is burning, and your body is in pain, and you need it, and you can't think of anything but that sip of water. And then the eating disorder voice, as much as this is complex and needed, the eating disorder voice says, no, it's not acceptable, it's not okay. And why isn't it okay? It's just water, there's no calories in it, there's no nothing, it'll make you heavier, apparently, says, you know, this voice. It's so much more complex than I wish I could lose weight. It's just not about some girl in a magazine that looks so skinny and beautiful that you want it. Like, it's... The screaming in your head is what it's about. 2.1 glucose and potassium that could give you a heart attack and makes you confused about showering. That's what it's about. It's not glamorous, it's not pretty, and even when you think it's, you know, she looks so great, even though maybe at the point where the skeletons, that doesn't look so great, but you think, that would be great. But would it be? Would it really be great? And I don't know why that I'm stuck. And I keep relapsing and in between relapses I'm like, that's stupid. This just doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. And then I relapse again, and then suddenly it's like, I know it doesn't compute, but at the same time it's like, oh my God, like I just can't not. I can't just eat, and it's terrifying, and I can't do it, and then I get to the point where I forget how I ever got out of it in the first place the other times. It sucks. So I don't know why someone would want this. Why do you want to, like, it's not about skinny, it's never about skinny, and it looks like it is because that's all you talk about, because you can't actually talk about what it really is. It sucks. Anyways, I relapsed. And here's my video about how I relapsed, so maybe I'll make millions of dollars from saying that I relapsed in a video. Like, oh my God. Hopefully you listened to the beginning so you know what I was referring to. I don't think I'm going to make millions of dollars off of this video. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm going to get, like, a minimum amount of views, and because it's freaking long. People like 2-minute videos for some reason, and I like to talk. Bye.